สถานีวิทยุสรานรม AM 1575การทูตเพื่อประชาชน
เพื่อไทยก้าวไกลทันโลก
Swadika and welcome back to News and Views, and of course you're still here with me, Siditsa Prashumyad. News and View is on air every Monday from 6 to 6:30 p.m. right here on Saraญรมradio channel. If you are those traditional people who like to listen to the radio, the dial to AM 1575 kilohertz, and we also have the show online, like online streaming as well on Thailand, radiothailand.in.th, and we also have live on Facebook. If you like surfing on Facebook, we do have that through with all of our programs right here on Saraญรมradio channel, so be sure to check out all of our programs today. But yeah, with me I have a special guest with me today, so without further ado, I'll let her introduce herself so that everybody knows who she is.
So my name is Passara Chanchotisatien and my nickname is Ink. I'm currently studying at SIT and I'm a second year student majoring in computer engineering.
Okay, so how old are you again?
I am 16 years old.
You're 16 years old, so why are you in college already?
So basically when I was around like in 6th grade, my parents took me to take the IGCSE and A-levels exam, and I took those scores and got into uni with them.
So you're kind of like a genius in a sense.
Not
really. How can you say that you're not really a genius? Because at 13 you got into college, which is not supposed to happen. I mean, at 13 I was probably just still watching cartoons, so it's a different kind of story, isn't it?
Well, it's more of like since when I was young, my parents would kind of give me materials from older years for me to study, so it wasn't really like I was quickly doing it. It was more of a long-term thing, more long-term commitment for me. Yeah.
Right, but still. Yeah. I mean, when you were younger, learning about subjects that are actually hard for you and that's quite hard for your age is actually something that not everybody can do, though. You see the picture? Well, yeah, just accept that you're a genius, so we can move on to the next question. Sure. Okay, all right. So tell us about the move. I heard that you studied at Lad Krabang first, and now you're at Thammasat. Why is that? Why you moved? Why have you moved?
So, I was at KMITL, and then after I completed my first year, I looked through like the syllabus, and I saw SIT's core syllabus for computer engineering, and I thought it was very interesting, and they had many subjects which were very interesting, like artificial intelligence and cloud computing, so I thought that was really nice.
That's why you moved?
Yeah.
Was it like a hard move, or is it like just easy move, transferring everything?
Well, I transferred my credits from KMITL too. Some of my credits, yeah.
Okay. So some of the classes were similar. What were you studying at KMUT?
I was studying in a major called computer innovation enginering, but I went to SIT and I studied computer engineering. I think it's pretty similar. Yeah.
Okay. So what is why are you interested in the field?
Well, growing up, I feel like I've grown up in a digital era, like digital age, and I've experienced many technologies that had made my life and everything around me more convenient, and I've seen it done many amazing things. But I feel like even though technology has provided us with all of these like amazing conveniences, there's still always like room for improvement. So I've become very passionate about being part of the journey and being part of the change. Yeah.
What kind of potential do you see for this kind of field?
Well,
in the future, I mean.
I think it's pretty much endless. There's always room for something new. There's you can always apply what has already been there and create something new from it, or it can be something completely different. Yes.
Okay, so at 13 you got into college, and I know that you went through a lot of contests and competitions as well. It's about robotics, right? Or computer engineering, computer innovations. Okay, so tell us more about that.
So the most recent one I participated in was the ICDL Digital Challenge. So basically for this competition, there are 2 rounds, which is the national round and then the international round.
Okay.
So after having passed the national round, I went to the international round where we went to Malaysia and we presented our ideas and I got the award for that. And for the robotics part, I participated in about like 2 or 3 robotic competitions. There was the Big Bang one, which was the line tracing robot, and there was the IYRC International Youth Robotic Competition. That was also line tracing.
What is line tracing? Sorry.
Yeah, the line tracing is you program your robots and they're equipped with sensors like infrared sensors, and there's like a racing track. So basically, you program the robots to detect the black line or the white line on a black or white surface, and you make it follow the line. So basically, in these competitions, they see which robots finish the track the fastest or which ones don't go out of the track as much.
Okay, so how would that help with like everyday life though, the line tracing robots? What does it usually use for? What is it usually used for?
And for my field, it's more of like I get to practice, the writing code and the algorithms.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so your plan for future competitions. Is there anyone coming up soon, or are you planning, what are you planning to do next?
I've checked out some, but I have not decided on which I
Okay, it's going to be a similar thing, like programming and innovations and computer engineering.
In my field, probably.
Okay. Are you getting any sponsorship right now for like going to competitions?
No.
Are you looking for one?
No sponsorship.
How are the studyings going at Thammasat right now? Is it tough, hard? Is it getting harder?
Some subjects are pretty challenging because, like as you know, I basically skipped high school.
Right.
Yeah. So, some subjects where you kind of require like background knowledge and like experience.
Yes.
It's been challenging for me, but it's fun. Yeah.
So you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah,
That's good
enjoying
then.
myself.
So are you studying harder than everybody else because you miss like high school, you said?
Well, when there are like holes.
Holes.
Holes in my knowledge. I've tried to fill them up. Yeah. So like basically, it's a combination of like listening to the professor and coming home to self-study and fill in those gaps.
So how many hours do you study a day? I'm sorry, I'm just asking like random questions out there. So so if you how many classes do you usually have a day, and then how many hours do you take coming back home to do more studies? Just because you have holes in your knowledge, you mean?
I take around like 7 to 8 subjects per semester, and per day it depends on depends on my schedule. Usually it's about like 2 or 3 subjects.
Okay.
And I go home and I basically review everything I learned that day. And yeah, so if there's something I don't understand, basically I try to understand it, or maybe ask the professor about it.
Okay. Do you have any studying friends, studying groups helping you with the studies?
Yeah, my friends are all really nice. So it's like we have study groups, and if we don't understand anything, we just talk to each other and ask each other about it.
How does everybody react for you being 16 and being in that class?
It depends. It depends again. So basically, if I don't know them before, and then I just tell them straight up like I'm 16, they're really shocked. Really shocked. But if we're like friends already, and then I tell them later on like, oh, did you know that I'm 16? Then usually the reaction is like, yeah, they're shocked, but it doesn't make a difference.
That's good then. I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself. Okay, so let's talk about the push. I'm not talking about the inspiration that you're having, working day to day, but what is giving you that push that you need to keep working every day? Because I know that you're 16, you're missing a lot of the things that other teenagers might get the chance to do, because you have to study harder than a lot of the people because you have holes in your knowledge, like you said. So what is giving you that push you need every day?
Well, I think it all starts from like discovering yourself and seeing what you like to do and what you're interested in, and after you have found that interest of yours, then I kind of like set a goal for myself, or like at the end, what do I want to do, what do I want to be, and yeah, I work towards it, and you have to accept that like there's sometimes it's hard, right? But it's okay, yeah, because that's just part of it.
Okay, so what do you want to be in the future?
Well, I think I want to be like a professor.
Professor.
Yeah,
okay, so that would mean you have to get like a doctoral degree.
Keep studying. Keep studying. Yeah.
So you don't want to do nothing but study, okay?
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, if you're a professor, I mean, I would go to your class. You seem interesting and you seem to be knowledgeable. So I think that a lot of students would enjoy going to your classes. Right?
I hope.
You hope? Well, it's going to be, the future is coming soon. You're 16, 2 more years to go at college. And what are your plans for master's degree and doctoral degree?
Well, I'm probably going to study abroad, but I'm not sure where yet. I have not decided.
Okay, have you looked at any universities or schools at all? Just for like browsing? Yeah, I think I want to go to this school.
MIT.
MIT?
Yeah.
I don't think you have a problem with getting into there, so yeah, it should be fine. You just have to, I don't think you have any trouble. You won't have any trouble getting in.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah.
Because you have a lot of experiences to share as well as all your competitions that you've been through. You can actually, put up a great resume, and I think that MIT would be glad to have you and they'd be honored to have you. So, good luck.
Thank
Don't
you
give up
very
yet.
much.
All right. Tell us a bit about your family. So what role do they play? Do they play a role in your decision making, or they just give you like the main support you need and everything?
As for my decision making and like which field I want to go into before I went into university, they didn't really like tell me or decide for me like what you're going to do, like this and that. Right. But it's more like they provided me with many options, and they showed me like all the possibilities and opportunities there are for me. And I really appreciate that. So my parents, my mom and dad and my sister have been very, very supportive of me, and they've always like been encouraging me throughout, and showing encouragement for everything I do. Yeah.
Is your sister younger or older?
My sister is 7 years older than me.
Oh, so 7 years.
7
wow.
years,
okay.
Yeah.
So what does your sister do?
She studies medicine in Shanghai.
Oh, wow. So
almost graduating also.
You'll be graduating at the same time, maybe? Close.
Maybe like a few years or a year after her. Yeah.
Okay. So how does she feel having you like a genius as a sister?
She is a genius.
I know she is a genius as well.
I feel like she also got into uni early. I think like 16 or something.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it runs in the family then. What is with the laugh? I'm just speaking the truth.
Yeah, and I always looked up to my sister ever since I was young. I think she's amazing, and
I think you're both amazing, actually.
She does a lot of stuff as well, like in Shanghai, right? So she's
in Shanghai?
Yeah, she's studying there, and she gets good grades, and she also does charity work.
Okay, but you have good grades, and you've been doing a lot of stuff too, and you've been like president of President of Innovation Club at SIT as well. So you're doing a lot of stuff too, like extracurricular activities as well. So yeah, I think you're both amazing. Wow. It runs in the family. See, I told you to accept that you're a genius because your sister is as well. Anyway, it's about half time. Would you like to take a short break?
Yeah, sure.
Let's take a short break, and I'll be right back with more questions. And Miss Passara will still be here with me, so do stay tuned.
Tonight, it's just the two of us. So forget the world for a while. Open your heart and open your eyes. I'm right here in front of you. And you look so pretty in your dress. Though I know I look like a mess, I'll do my best to win your heart. So So can I walk you home tonight? Please tell me how you feel, 'cause deep inside I know is real. I promise I will forever be yours. Darling, open up to me. Let me walk you home. Before it's morning, before the sunrise, before I go back to reality, and you go back to your life. Tell me that you feel the same way too.
Alright, welcome back, and we're still here. You're still here with me, Sadiq, and of course, Miss Passara Chanchotisatien is still here with me too. So, on to more questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so most people would think that a nerd is somewhat of an introvert. Do you think that's true? Does it apply to you as well?
First of all, I don't think I'm a nerd.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's a stereotype that like they study all the time, so they have no social life. But
Right.
I don't think that's true.
But then there are a lot of types of nerds
Yeah.
as well. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, just go on.
I think it's just like, personality, but I guess if you can balance your time well, between your social life and your studies, and you give importance to both, then there's no problem with that.
Okay, so have you been doing that?
Yeah. I try, yeah.
You try.
I
What
do,
do you mean
I
you try?
I do. So
How do you
Yeah.
balance it?
I think I'm not sure. I think I do it into like 3 categories.
Okay.
So there's studying, and there's like my personal time,
Okay.
and then there's time I spend with people around me.
Okay.
So I try to keep a balance between both.
Okay, so what do you
I mean, between 3.
Between
yeah,
three.
3.
3 groups. So what do you usually do in your free time? What do you enjoy doing apart from reading?
I enjoy drawing.
Okay.
I draw a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you play any musical instruments?
No, I don't.
Do you sing?
In the shower, yeah.
In the shower? You have to record it so that everybody can hear you sing.
Yeah.
All right. So looking at the modern society, looking at teenagers today, what do you think? Do you think they lack anything? Do you think they need more push in any direction in particular? Any suggestions, any ideas of what they can improve their skills, their knowledge, if they're seeking to do that, if they want to be more knowledgeable, if they want to be good at what they do, if they want to have that inspiration, that push they need to go and grab their dreams, what would you say to them?
Well, I think it all starts from like finding yourself and knowing what you want to do. So basically try to experience many different fields, try many things so that you know what you're interested in and what you're not interested in, and you can like kind of eliminate the things you're not interested in, and after that kind of like set a goal or like your objective, your purpose, and you try to work towards it. I believe that everybody can do what they dream of if they work towards it. So.
Okay. Do you think teenagers should spend less time on social media, like just browsing and using the net, and
I think,
do more reading?
I think social media is like an amazing thing, you know, it lets you
Yes.
connect with people
Yes,
from across
that's
the
true.
world, but it's also important to like manage your time and not only like spend time talking to people across the world, but also, you know, those who are near you. And so it's all about like time management. You can spend time on social media and interact with people. I think it's important, but also, you know, do other things as well, you know, like develop new skills or take interest in other things or find new hobbies and you know keep improving yourselves and like keep reading and updating yourselves about, you know, what is happening
Around the
currently
world.
around the world. Yeah.
Okay. So it's Christmas time. What do you want for Christmas?
I don't
This
know.
is like random questions.
I have not thought about it.
Do you celebrate Christmas at home?
I used to until I was 10 and then so basically my mom told me that Santa was real, but she was the one buying the presents. all
And
these
putting
years.
it on the tree.
Yeah, and then after I turned 10, she's like, yeah, it's all a lie, so basically you don't get presents anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't get Christmas presents anymore.
That's kind of sad. You make me cry.
Yeah.
I mean, there is always going to be a kid inside of us, so we always need
Yeah.
presents, right? So yeah, it's just a thought. So you nothing for Christmas.
I've not thought about it at all.
Are you on your school break right now, though?
Yeah, I just finished my final exams.
Okay. So you're excited to
Yeah.
see the result of how well you did in school this year?
Right during Christmas. The results
Oh,
are coming
wow,
out.
okay.
Yeah, that will be
So
my
the-
present.
Yeah, and your parents' present as well, getting like 3.8, 3.9 GPA, or maybe 4.0 GPA.
hope so.
So, what classes are you taking next semester? That is the most interesting to you. That's going to be the most interesting to you.
Probably, I think I kind of decided on taking artificial intelligence next
Okay,
semester.
AI. Okay.
Yeah, but it all depends on like if the schedule works out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I gotta see which, you know, classes are open but they have not come out yet.
Okay. So, what you'll be studying about AI though? How to program them?
I think so. So in SIT there are like theory classes and lab classes.
Okay. So, what do you usually do in labs?
In lab it's usually more like, you know, the practical and you get to program, or like they give you like a project and that's where like the programming and coding comes in. But if it's theory, then it's more of like the concepts,
Okay.
how things work. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. I don't think I'm smart enough to learn about that.
No.
Well, I shows
Everybody can.
everybody can.
Everybody can, yeah.
Are there a lot of like students in your class for your year?
Yeah, for my batch right now I think like 70.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
So a lot of people are actually interested in computer engineering and stuff like that. Computer
Yeah.
innovations. So apart from being a professor, what kind of field can you go into with computer engineering? What have your
other-
friends say that they want it to be after graduation, or what they want it to do?
Well, some want to continue studying, and some want to work. And some want to work and study. It depends. And there are many kind of jobs. There's no job. I don't think there's like a job where it directly says like
Computer engineer.
computer engineer. It's just more of like networking or some of your specific roles, and you kind of see like which one you specialize in, and you go in and take those jobs. Yeah.
Okay, sounds interesting. Sounds like a hard major to study as well. Do you study math as well?
Yeah, we study like three math, like math 1, math 2, and math 3.
And any science classes? What's-
2 science classes. So physics and chemistry.
Okay, I have no knowledge on physics or chemistry, so I'll probably just die taking the classes there. But I've never been like, I mean, I love math, but at the same time, I love languages as well. So when I study, I usually go with things that are mathematical, but at the same time uses languages as well. So for me, I studied communication. I have no idea why. I just thought at the time that it was a broad field that you can actually study and learn about everything. So for communication, it's interesting because if you do a doctoral in communication, you're actually like a scientist where you put people in a room and see if you can throw in factors to disrupt their communication and see how that works, or how it helps them to solve problems or solve how they communicate with each other. So to me, that was kind of interesting. That's why I took the
That does
communication.
sound interesting.
So do you take any elective classes as well?
Yeah, I do take elective classes.
Such as?
Like big data. I took elective.
Big data?
Yeah, big data. That was one of my electives. And the other one was a civil engineering subject. Yeah.
So everything is about engineering.
I took like engineering management for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
about 2 electives so far that I took.
Planning to learn any more languages apart from Thai and English?
As of now, I have not planned on doing that.
No time, she says. My time is full. PWI, why are you asking me why do I have to take more languages classes? Are you interested in learning a new language?
Yeah, I used to. When I was younger, I used to learn more languages, but as I grew older, I had less time for them, so I had to drop some. Yeah. So basically, in my school years, I learned Chinese.
Okay.
And
That's
some
proper.
some other languages as well.
Yeah.
I had not picked it up.
Yeah, it's fine because you have a lot of things going on. I mean, I don't think it would be a problem for you if you pick up another language, but yeah, I would imagine that you wouldn't have time. You have to like reschedule everything before you can actually, take up another language. Because I mean, I tried to take another language and I got bits and pieces here and there, but because for languages, if you don't use it every day, then it just goes away. So it's kind of hard, and it's not like the metrics where you can actually stick something in your head and everything just goes into your brain without you forgetting them. So anyways, we're running out of time. We only have 3 minutes left. Any final words to those listening out there, to the next generations looking up to you, seeing you as a role model?
Well, wow. Basically, I'm just sharing my experience, not as like a genius or as like somebody who's smart. I just wanted to share my experience as like a hardworking person. Yeah, I just want to say that everything is possible. You can accomplish whatever you want if you work towards it and you have a goal. Yeah.
Great, that's good. That's great saying. And I think it goes with the ending quotes that I have from Ellen as well. Let's see if it's like in the same line. So it says here that when you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail, and both are equally important. So it's like giving you it's saying here that you can't do things without taking any risk at all, because otherwise you just get the same result every time. So life is about risking at times just to see what kind of new experience you can do. And if you have a goal, you go out there, you achieve it, you just push yourself, because you're the only person who knows your limits, right? I mean, if you set your goal and you know that you can do it, and if you keep pushing yourself and do your best every day, then at last you'll get that goal. You'll just get to your goal, whatever it is. So yeah. All right, so thank you for being on the show with me today. Did you have fun?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Right, so good luck with your studying, and I know that you'll do great in your life. Just keep in touch if you have any questions, and if you're interested about anything about the ministry, you can always ask me as well. So good luck with your studying, and good luck with everything else in between as well. So have fun. All right, okay, and that's it for today. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you again next week. สวัสดีค่ะ